I can't remember if I heard it or read it somewhere years ago, but the reason African Lion Safari is the way that it is because the original owners wanted it to be that the patrons felt like they were in a cage, not the animals. So African Lion Safari is not quite what you might consider a zoo, but it is loaded with animals. And if you can get to, I think it's Cambridge, I'm going to say Hamilton, but I think it's Cambridge, then it's definitely something that you should check out. As you are going to see here, there are numerous cars in my photos. When you get to African Lion Safari, you are going to drive through the safari. Now, you're going to see some white buses in some of my photos. The reason for that is if you do not want to take, there's one, there's two. If you do not want to take your own vehicle through for a very small rate, you can take a bus through. So you'd get on the school bus with however many other people, and they're going to take you through on their buses so that your vehicle doesn't chance a monkey doing something to your car or a rhino deciding that it just wants to, put a nice hole in your passenger door. I don't know if they'd actually do that, but safety first. If you don't want to take your car, take their bus. Other than that, you're taking your vehicle. So we did this as a family of 7. I wish my son was able to join us, but he had to work. But we kind of had 2 families. My brother's little family and my little family went together. So we got in our van and we headed out for the day. Now, you can speed through this. I don't know why you would. It is such a waste of money. We had cars passing us at a rate, like a speed rate, not like a speed rate, but a faster rate than seems worth it at all. Like, don't bother. You can go so slow. You're looking at about 60 to 90 minutes on average of driving through that thing. So we pack snacks. You can see one of our cooler bags there. We pack snacks and we take our time and we take as many photos and videos as we can. Once you're done your 60 to 90 minutes in the actual safari, there is a boat ride, which you're going to see these little critters. My nephew was not impressed. There's also a train ride, which we did not do because he was so traumatized by the boat. We weren't going to chance another mode of transportation. But normally we do the train ride and it's fantastic. Oh, listen for the monkeys. I think they're gibbons, technically. Anyway, so once you're off the train, check the map. There are numerous birds and smaller animals that you can take a look at during your walk. And at the very back of the park are the elephants. So make sure you do the trek. It was such a hot day. I wish we spent more time with the elephants, but we were all dying, which leads us to the splash pad. I want to say there's 7 restaurants or places to get food, I should say. They're not really restaurants. So we grabbed lunch before the splash pad. But we were all so hot, we just kind of scarfed down our food and moved on. But once you are done, like the way that we do it, we do the drive-through of the animals, we do the walk of all the animals, the boat and the train, and then splash pad is how we end our day, because whether we're there for 1 hour or 4 hours, you're only getting changed once, you're cooling down at the end of your busy day. So that's how I would suggest you do it, but you can also do whatever you want. It's just, I do not want to splash pad and then walk to the back to those elephants, because then I'm going to need the splash pad again to go home. Anywho, this is a look at the splash pad. There are technically 4 different sections. That one has a height restriction, which I put in earlier. And that height restriction is the same for the slides. So once your tiny human hits that height restriction, they can start getting wristbands to show that they are tall enough. But aside from that, all the rest of the splash pad areas are good for anybody. There's a better view of it. Better view of the slides. But your tiny human can just run around the other splash pad areas until they are a little bigger to be able to do the larger splash pad area and the slides. I love that those swings are ages 2 and under. Another place we go, they're 1 and under, so that was good. There is lots of space for you to put your stuff down and relax and have a little picnic and a little snooze if they need to. We had an amazing day. It was super hot. Thank goodness for the splash pad, but enjoy African Lion Safari, guys.